Hey, good Sunday to you. And this is Tianne's Sunday Sermon from the Couch Ministries. But it's actually Saturday evening, and I'm sitting outside enjoying an absolutely wonderful sunset today. And I got to thinking in the sunset. I'm like really enjoying it. I'm a person who loves to watch the setting of the sun, and I actually like watching the rising of the sun. It's something about seeing those two things take place. It just gives my heart joy, and it's really peaceful to me, which is kind of good because I'm like noisy and all the time. So that I find some time in which I'm willing to just kind of be quiet is a good thing. But anyway, I'm sitting out here and I'm thinking, well, what I said I was going to discuss dream deferment, all right, and how we go through life, a lot of us thinking that by being adult-like and grown and taking responsibility for our lives, it means that whatever those foolish notions we had, or those childish dreams or thoughts or imaginings that we had about what we could do and what we could be. Remember when you were a kid and you thought you could be anything and anyone? It didn't matter. I want to be an astronaut. Okay? It did not matter. As a kid, your imagination had you believing that you could be and do absolutely anything. And then we started growing up, and reality, quote unquote reality, started setting in, and we started thinking that we can't do this, so we'll do that. So we started making exchanges, like changing out chess pieces or changing out pieces on the chessboard. I can't do this, I'm going to switch this one out, and I'm going to change it with this so that I can do thus. And then we became deal brokers, all right? We started brokering deals within our own lives. A lot of times sacrificing what our true loves were, the things that caused us to want to wake up in the morning, the things we loved about life, the things that gave that zest to it. We exchanged those for things like stability, okay, for knowing, certain amount of knowing. We also exchanged it for maturity. We said that we actually believe, a lot of us, that putting your dreams aside. When I was a child, I played with childish things, and now however that scripture goes, because I'm not very good with verbatim scripture, and we got confused. Okay, we thought that maturity or putting away childish things meant that we should put away the dreams, or put them off at the best. At the very least, put them off or defer them to a later time, when we would have the time to go after those dreams, when we had the right amount of money, when we had the right amount of this, or our credit was this and the other, whatever the excuses were, and I say excuses because they were just excuses, and we turned those into reasons. We said they were valid reasons. But understand, following your dreams is actually following God's plan. And when you put off your dreams or defer your dreams until later, you're actually showing a lack of faith. A lack of faith. Going after your dreams, there's nothing that shows God you're a faithful child of God more than your willingness and your unrelentingness in going after your dreams of what you see your life to be and who you see yourself as in that life. So when you defer the dream, it's almost as if you're putting off God, your relationship with God. I will get to that later. Because, see, reality says I must do this, 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 and this. I have to accomplish this, 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 and this. I've got kids. I've got school. I've got work. I've got, you name it, I've got everything. But I don't have time for my dreams. And then we wake up 20 years later, it becomes we're in our 20s, and we wake up 20 years later and we're in our 40s, and then we start freaking out because then, of course, since we didn't have time to go after our dreams in our 20s, and now we're in our 40s, we really don't have time. Why? Because we've got a mortgage, we've got car payments, we've got everything else, we've got kids that are about to go into college. How dare you think that there's time for you to dream? All right? This is what we say. And that is absolutely incorrect. That is the time to dream. When it seems as if you have nothing but reality wanting to call you in, or you're settling into reality, know that the dream world, the dream or the ideal of you, is where your closest relationship with God or with the one exists. It exists in that place, not in this place of reality. Because this reality is actually the dream. Okay? So don't defer the dreams of what you want your life to be and how you see yourself in that life. Stop deferring that. Start living it. Because you go from 40 to 50. And then, of course, you can't think about dreams then because you have to start planning for retirement. We are so focused on retirement as if the be-all and end-all of life as an adult is to retire. Like that is the destination in life, retirement. Okay? And it's not. It is not the only place there is to go. But by doing that, by saying and standing in agreement with that, you are saying that prior to retirement, whatever you did, whatever line of work you were involved in, whatever your career was, it wasn't one of your dreams. It wasn't what you saw your ideal self as. If the thing that gets you up in the morning is the thought of retiring from it, then it's something you never should have gotten involved in the first place. And that's not how we're to exist. We're not here to just exist. We're here to expand, to live, to face challenges, to teach ourselves, and to be that light for someone else. So stop deferring your dreams, because the only one who can see them into fruition is yourself. Because in that dream, again, that dream of who the ideal self is, the ideal career, that is where your closest relationship with the one sits. And God, the one goddess, is waiting there for you. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great week. I'm going to get back to enjoying the sunset and getting into my dream world, which is which is something I do quite easily. Hey guys, really stop putting off, because one day will be your last. Bye.